Hi YouTube fam bam, welcome to my channel. You too can be great. This is the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 12 episode 3, not 13. The flow goes on, episode 3. Now, okay, it starts off with Eva and Cynthia looking for a house for Eva. You know, Eva is supposed to be a broke, according to Marlo. She's desperate, she's struggling, so now she's gonna take her struggling ass to find another house because her donor, that is her father of her first child, her daughter, keeps finding her, and apparently she told us last season she had this whole FBI situation going on. So now she's trying to look for a place. In last episode, she said her husband gave her the task to find a house for them and he'll move in that's safe. So here she is with Cynthia, and they're gonna go find the house, and Eva lets us know that she's not feeling with Nene. Nene's fake ass last season didn't tell her that she had a mic on while she was revealing some of the personal business that Marlo was trying to dig her little nosy ass into. And so she made it clear that Nene's wigs and her glue that's keeping her family together, which is not glued down, and her fake glued friendships, she's not fucking with her. Cynthia explains that she thought that her and Nene were, I guess, supposed to be getting better or whatever the case is, but she's basically over Nene and her behavior at this point. She's been friends with her for a long time. She's been loyal to her for a long time. She doesn't feel like this friendship is for her anymore. And Eva is clear. It says that she feels like Nene floats the wrong way, and unless you're kissing her ass, she don't want to be your friend. And I'm sitting here thinking, when did Eva and Cynthia get close? It seems like they both get close with their dislike for Nene. And Cynthia says that she forgives Eva for because Eva apologized for some of the shit that she was saying about her, little digs that she was throwing about Cynthia being aged, model, and stuff like that. So it seems like they're on better terms, and they're on better terms bonding over the fact that they don't feel it for Nene. The next thing, you got Tanya floating friendship. First is Nene, then it's Eva. Now she didn't float herself away to Porsha. I guess Porsha and Dennis are Tanya and her dudes. They're like double dating. They're like the couple that they go to. And Tanya goes to see Porsha to ask how she's doing. And Porsha lets us know that basically Dennis is still playing her for a fool, because Dennis's excuse for cheating on her ass is for him to tell her that she was not emotionally available. The fuck kind of shit is that? You go when this woman is pregnant with your child, emotional, going through ups and downs, gaining weight, eating too much, worry about her feet being swollen, worry about sleeping on the side, worrying if the baby's okay, kicking, all this stuff that she has to do to prepare for a brand new baby. You want to say that she was not emotionally available? What the fuck? Dennis does not respect Porsha. He does not respect Porsha as a wife. He does not respect her intelligence. And he picked her because he thought he could play her. And here is Porsha sitting here trying to fix a relationship with a man who has the audacity while she's pregnant with his child, to blame her for his infidelity by saying that she is not emotionally available. Listen to me, Dennis. You're about to get married. At least they're back together. They're supposed to be getting married. There is an understanding that in a relationship, there are ups and downs. And in those moments where there are downs, you have to be able to still respect your relationship enough not to go and screw somebody else and be so disrespectful, because it's not going to be perfect all the time. Y'all might go through hard times. You're not finna go and cheat on somebody while she's pregnant and then say it's your fault because you were not emotional. But fuck out of here with that bullshit. He's playing Porsha because he thinks she's dumb as hell. And if I was Porsha, I will make sure that he understands that I'm not stupid. Don't come in with that dumbass, ignorant ass shit. Own your shit and be responsible for the fact that you went and stuck your dick in somebody else while I was carrying your child, who looks exactly like you. You can't deny that, baby. She looks just like she's a girl version of your ass, saying some stupid shit. Fuck out of here. Then the next thing, we got Nene doing makeup with Greg, because apparently they are now cancer, I think for the American Cancer Association, they are now ambassadors for them because of their experience last season. They got contacted with, to explain what happened and how it affected their marriage, which took a toll on them. Greg is now cancer-free, and Nene has to talk about what she experienced as a caregiver. And of course, Nene starts doing this crying bit, this pity me party, acting like she was the priority during this situation. A caregiver's place is not easy, it's not easy. Listen, fool, when you get married, it's for better or worse. And yes, I cannot imagine that Greg was the best person. He was probably a complete jackass at times, but that man was fighting for his life. He didn't know if he was going to wake up the next day. He didn't know if this cancer is going to drain all the cells that work in his body. He didn't know if he was going to die. And you sitting up here worried about the fact that it was difficult for you to take care of him. You married him, and it was the worst. For better or worse, you're wearing the worst. You may have had to take a lot of shit from him because this man thought he wouldn't make it. He was going to leave this earth forever. So when you're sitting here crying, talking about the caregiver's part is just, it's not, it wasn't the biggest thing. And I just don't want to be selfish. No, I don't feel sorry for you. And that whole thing that she's doing, Nene gets on my damn nerves. She does. She gets on every fiber of my nerves because she doesn't understand what she's doing is just fucked up. I don't want to hear how you feel anymore. I don't. I don't. Go talk to a therapist in private and vent your frustrations. But when you're at home with a man who has cancer, I don't want to hear your feelings because you married him and now you have to play the part as a wife. He's going through a health issue the same way that he's supposed to do for you had the situation been reversed. Don't sit up here and say, well, now I feel like I'm the victim. Why is Greg the one consoling her ass when he's the one who had to battle the illness in the first place? Girl, I can't stand her ass, and I don't know. I'm starting to think that she's a narcissist. She doesn't want to take responsibility when she messes up. At the same time, she doesn't want to get out of her own body and look at how she's behaving the whole time and say people were just not trying to judge her. She felt judged. We did not judge you because we understand that you were in a hard situation. What we did was point out the behavior that you were exhibiting that was extremely selfish, inconsiderate, and basically cruel. It was cruel. Somebody is thinking that they're going to die. And of course, they're going to, some days they're going to be happy. Some days they're going to be scared. Some days going to be angry because they wonder why the hell this happened to them because they feel like maybe they don't deserve to get cancer. You have no right to act the way that you have acted this entire time. And you continue to do it. Just shut up. Shut up. Just focus on your marriage and your marriage alone. Don't bring up this cancer thing. Shut up. Then you got Kandi and Todd talking about the surrogate coming for the baby shower because Kandi is still having a hard time picturing that somebody else is carrying her baby. She doesn't want to build an attachment to the baby, to the woman herself. She wants to pretend that the baby is just hers and kind of exclude the woman out of it. And I know how I can empathize with her in the sense that she would like to carry her baby. And so having somebody else carry her baby, it is a little bit difficult for her. At the same time, this is a blessing that some people are not able to do because they don't have the money or the resources to do so. But Todd is talking to her about the baby shower and asking if she should be there for the baby shower so people can actually touch her belly. And she's not really feeling that situation. The next topic they talked about with regard to parenting that kind of shocked me was the fact that Kandi said that Todd took his older daughter to a strip club, saying that she wanted to go to a strip club because she's grown, and he felt like as a father he'd rather be at a strip club with her. The fuck? I will be damned if my father is at a damn strip club with me. What you gonna do? Go watch porn together after that? That's crazy. He is my father. I don't want to see him throwing dollar bills at some naked girl's ass cheeks. I don't want to see him drooling over some woman. This man made me. His seeds created the being that is me. I don't want to see you being a dog out there looking at some naked girls. That is just wrong. Kudos to him for being able to do that with his child. Personally, for me, is not my cup of tea. I'll be damned. When my father and I are not going to a porn show together, we're not going to a strip club together, we're not having those moments. We can have discussions with regard to safety, safe sex, building healthy relationship with men, making sure we understand what men mean when they say this and da-da-da-da. But to a strip club, no ma'am, we're not doing that. No, we cannot bond that way. That's just my take on it. It seems like Kandi's on board with that too because she's about to have a daughter with Todd and she's not feeling the whole strip club situation. So the next one we got Kenya, Marc, and Brooklyn. Kenya lets us know in pieces because now she's letting us know bits and pieces of what's happening and what's wrong in their 2-year relationship. I feel like Kenya, 47 years old, was anxious to have her child, that she was willing to be with whoever the fuck she was going to be with so he can donate his sperm under wedlock, so she can't say that she had a bastard child. She can be happy and tell people that she got married before she had a baby, instead of being like Phaedra and lying about her due date because she was fucking before marriage and got pregnant out of wedlock and she didn't want nobody to know on TV that she was doing that as a Christian lady. So Kenya married Marc to cover her ass because now we're starting to see the intricacies of their relationship and how different both of them are. Marc is traditional. He basically kept throwing digs at her because she couldn't make breakfast, so she didn't have things in the house for breakfast, forgetting the fact that he left his daughter with her, a damn near newborn baby, can't even walk or feed herself, with her, and went to go and start his business. But now you're complaining that she don't have food in the... Why didn't your ass go to the grocery store? You haven't been there the whole time she's been watching the baby. Why didn't you take your ass to the grocery store and contribute instead of sitting up here making little snide comments like, oh, this is a college dorm's refrigerator? Shut your ass up. Marc gets my damn nerves. And on top of that, Kenya is talking about how she really wants the relationship to get back to the way it was. She wants them to be a family again. She wants them, him to go on a date with her outside of Brooklyn being the case, but it seems like all he's focused on is Brooklyn. I don't even think he wants to be around Kenya alone. I don't know what kind of marriage this is. It almost seems like Kenya is trying to create an image of a family life, and all he cares about is this damn daughter. Like, she's just the extra. She might as well just be an ornament in the room. He wouldn't notice who she is because they don't spend time together. She said that they don't, whenever he asks her, she asked him, hey, when are you gonna come home? He said, we'll see. Fuck out of here. This man, they should have got to know each other better before they got married. And it seems like now they are married and she's finding out all this stuff about him, and it doesn't seem like it fits her mold on what she wanted as a family because he don't seem like he give a damn. He's talking to her like she does not matter, like it's just about his daughter. He doesn't need to focus on her. She's trying to have a serious conversation with him and he's playing. I don't know. We already see how this is ending. She might as well just call him his donor. He's a donor. She got your baby out of it. This just, no. We got Marlo talking to Nene about Cynthia and Eva, because now they're preparing to go on the floats, the little parade for the float. They're all getting ready. Marlo's kind of subtly letting Nene know that she needs to kind of get over herself, because Nene feels like she's like, well, I don't have an issue. You do have an issue, bitch, because we didn't see how you have talked about Cynthia to Greg early on in this episode, and we've seen some of the interviews that you've been doing about her. You do have an issue with her and Eva. But here's Marlo saying, let bygones be bygones, go and say hi to them, helping her rehearse as to how she's going to interact with the other ladies when she sees them on the float. And Nene's ass, just sitting there with her passive aggressive ass, I don't have a problem. I'm walking with Jesus. I'm walking with the Lord. We're all cool. The Lord told me to say hi, so that's what I'm going to do. Just shady as hell. And she's now saying that she doesn't know if she can forgive, or Marlo's telling her to forgive. I'm thinking to myself, forgive what? What did Cynthia do to you that was so horrible? She didn't tell you that Kenya was coming to her party when she was coming to the party. Well, you saw Kenya when she was there, and you called Kenya a buffalo and every other name that you could think that was disrespectful as hell. Cynthia does not have to check in with you to have a party or to invite anybody with her party. You do not control her. So I don't feel like you should be this pissed off. I get that she should have told you because y'all weren't cool. It was a courtesy she could have given you. But it's not that deep, considering all the years you guys have been together. For you to be holding on to this is the reason why you can't be friends with her. Fuck out of here. You just want to be the victim. When it comes to Eva, you did lie to her and said that you didn't have your mic on. We saw it. You had your damn mic on, so you actually wronged her. Now you want to sit here and act like, well, I can't forgive them because they did this and this. Saying that you felt like the ladies were judging you. Saying that, well, they were speaking because they were being honest about what they perceived. And you obviously can't take people telling you the truth. Because after this episode, we saw the next episode that's doing next week. Marlo's trying to get Nene to understand that she has some personal responsibility to take, and she gets up and walks away because she don't want to hear it. Nene doesn't want to hear shit. She doesn't like being told she's wrong. She just thinks she's right in everything. She doesn't know how to take responsibility. And when you try to talk to her as a friend, she's passive aggressive, and she behaves the way that she behaves is just not unattractive. So she's going to keep doing this, and she's going to continue it. But while this is going on, Eva gets a video sent to her with Nene going off about Cynthia, saying that Cynthia was weak and that Cynthia was easily manipulated and following the group and just basically doing whatever they did. She wasn't really a good friend. And then she said that Cynthia is desperate. She's talking shit about her. Now she says that Cynthia did 12 other videos or 12 other interviews, but in those interviews they flashed into, Cynthia did not say anything like Nene's desperate, Nene's this, Nene's that. She expressed that this friendship may not be the most healthy situation she should be in. She expressed that this might not be the place that she needs to be, as far as she spent a lot of time in this relationship, but is not healthy anymore. She just doesn't see it going anywhere. She didn't go out and call Nene names and all this other extra shit that Nene is doing to her on a freaking interview that we all see. So Eva's looking at it and she's telling the truth, and she passed that shit on to Cynthia. Cynthia said her wig is desperate, and I was like, Cynthia's real. Cynthia needs to say all this shit to Nene's face, just like Claudia Jordan did. Talking her to her face. Nene needs to be checked. She needs to understand that she needs to change her behavior. I know she's grown, and I know that sometimes the older you get, the more stuck in your ways you are. But Nene is at the point where she's had issue with her bridesmaids. She's about to lose one of the longest relationships she's been in. She done lost friendships with Kim. Next episode, she's walking away from Marlo because Marlo was trying to tell her the truth. She done lost her friendship with Tanya. She was cool with Eva. Eva invited her to a wedding to speak, and she gone. She, did all the dramatic shit that she did. Kandi apparently is irrelevant. Phaedra and her are not close. You are the common denominator in all these relationships. So you do need to take responsibility for the part that you play in and stop acting like you're the victim and you're the one that's just being nailed to the cross, that you didn't do nothing wrong. That's what she keeps doing. Then they show the float. And while they're on the float, you got Cynthia's daughter, Noelle, and you got Eva on the float. They're, in the parade. And you got Andy go to Nene talking about, we're going to play tardy for the party by Kim. I'm like, what the hell? But he tells her that. And while this is going on, Nene decides to go over to Cynthia and Eva and Noelle's float and say hello to them. And that's where the episode ends. And I'm just thinking this is a shit show, because Nene's being fake as hell, and Eva was right. She gonna go over there after the video's been, shown, and go and say hi to Cynthia as if Cynthia and her are cool, and not gonna say that she just called her desperate and needy. And in the last season, we saw in in the reunion, when they were talking about hashtag chill, she said the same thing. She didn't like it, and she said basically seems too desperate, whatever the case is. Yeah, you're talking about Cynthia, and you keep throwing all this little jabs about her, but then you want to act like Cynthia is this big issue. But I don't think that Nene has been a fair friend to her. I've seen what she did when Cynthia was married to Peter. I've seen how she treated Cynthia when it came to Noelle and how her parenting and stuff like that. There's a lot of things that Nene says that are cruel, but when you try to tell her the truth, she don't want to hear it. She acts like you just wronged her, you did something wrong to her. So I think that this particular season is going to be an eye-opener for her, and hopefully she changes her ways. If not, she needs to go see another therapist because it ain't working. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Also, for those of you who watch this, go ahead and watch the urgent video, especially because it is important for y'all to know what the hell is going on. It is a breaking news that y'all need to be aware about, and I need you to go ahead and let other people know so they can protect themselves. This is not something I'm doing just, you know, I feel like if I'm gonna have this platform, I need to at least let y'all know what's going on so y'all can protect yourself the best you can, since nobody else is saying shit. So go ahead and check out that video, but go ahead and like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you can get tea when I post it. Thank you guys very much. I will be doing Married to Medicine review, but I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow along with Love and Hip Hop. Love y'all. Bye.